Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So Rob Art here on Twitter posting this. XRP once again the only green coin in the top 10. Now, it has been a couple of hours since he did tweet that. XRP is currently now in the red. However, over the last couple of days, we have seen nothing but positive XRP momentum. We did see it come back down though. Right now it is hovering around 79 cents, but we did see a high just yesterday of about 85.5 cents. And nothing else was pumping. Okay, this has been the anomaly over the weekend. Nothing else has been pumping except XRP. I mean, maybe some random altcoin way down at the bottom of the list was pumping yesterday as well, but I don't keep track of those ones, obviously. So XRP in the top 10 had a very, very green day. And as of now, it looks like it is retracing a little bit, still forming a higher low here on the hourly. Bitcoin, however, not faring so well. We are seeing a new low on the hourly for Bitcoin. It did go down to about $38,000, just under that at about $37,900. Now it's back up $38,200. So Bitcoin, let me throw it on the daily for a second. Bitcoin coming right back down in here. Who knows though, Bitcoin could be coming right back down here. It might even retest $33,000. So all eyes will be paying attention to Bitcoin. Some money has been withdrawn from the cryptocurrency market. Right now we're sitting at about $1.7 trillion. But it's interesting because we aren't really seeing Bitcoin dominance change too much, and we haven't really over the last few months. Bitcoin dominance still staying just below 42%. So just bringing up Bitcoin dominance here real quickly. We haven't seen what we have been waiting to see, which is essentially this move to the upside and then finally that plummet to spur on alt season. So that makes me believe, that we could still see more for this bull run, Bitcoin included. A few more theories coming out. XRP Crypto Wolf just posting this, letting us know that the Galaxy score for XRP, 77 out of 100, indicating bullish relative social plus market activity versus XRP's historical performance. So what we've seen for XRP in the past, Galaxy score is comparing that to today, and we're seeing a relatively bullish sentiment for XRP. Of course, continual RippleNet connections never seem to disappoint. This one from Wrath of Kahneman, Nepal is the first country to deploy India's UPI payments. Two other countries accept UPI QR-based payments, Singapore and Bhutan. NIPL, there is a long rumored connection to Ripple there as well. Interesting to see how the Bhutan work bears on this. So he's posting this article with regards to the NPCI, which is International Payments Limited. The international arm of the NPCI has partnered with Gateway Payment Services, or GPS, and Manam Infotech to provide the services in Nepal. GPS is the authorized payment service operator in Nepal and Manam. Infotech will deploy UPI in the country. Nepal will have their own UPI, their own apps, with their own banks like India. So this has been long rumored, and the NCPI partnership has been in the works for a while now. I don't know if you guys remember way back to 2017. I know a lot of you guys probably weren't here at that time. Ripple in talks with NPCI banks for AC transfers globally. So they were trialing this out at that time. Since then, though, we have seen much development for RippleNet in India, but even at that time, they were looking for a better platform that could compete with Swift, essentially, and they were trialing RippleNet. Of course, it was 2017, so people were still a little apprehensive to really kind of take on cryptocurrency technology full-fledged, but now, fast forward 2022, and we are seeing these partnerships grow. So a good one here from the Wrath of Kahneman. Thanks so much for posting that. We also have this guy's from BondCrypt XRP with regards to the Algorand Foundation, another one of those coins that are bolstered up by the World Economic Forum that is definitely going to help change the face of the finance world. So this has to do with Algorand. They just introduced a $10 million grant program to deliver Ethereum compatibility. So just down here, the Algorand Foundation is setting up a $10 million super grant to be rewarded among teams that accelerate the work needed to deliver Ethereum virtual machine compatibility, according to a release dated September 17th. Algorand Super Grant is the grant program that targets experienced research and development teams to research or build secure solutions for the Algorand ecosystem. And EVM compatibility refers to decentralized applications that are built on Ether-compatible blockchains. Research and developer teams will expect to submit their proposals no later than March 18th. The release noted multiple teams have been chosen, with the reward being split among the competing teams. And here's a quote from the newly appointed Algorand Foundation CEO, Stacey Warden. She was just appointed a couple weeks ago, or maybe even last week. Algorand believes in a multi-chain world, and this super grant will move us towards that inevitability. Running smart contracts written for Ethereum on Algorand eliminates the barriers for popular DeFi protocols and NFT projects to serve multiple chains, while significantly decreasing the cost to those who participate. So take a look at that. Algorand obviously seeing the benefit of this. In a way, I feel like they're doing something similar to what Ripple is doing, supporting and funding those initiatives that are looking to build upon the blockchain to add more value to it. And if you can circumvent, or if you can work to deliver, in this case, virtual machine or Ethereum virtual machine EVM compatibility, well, that would definitely add value to the network, wouldn't it? So interesting news here, guys, coming from the Algorand Foundation. Again, guys, if I'm going too fast, I do link all these articles in the description. Wanted to keep moving because we do have a lot today. XRP Crypto Wolf posting this. Kraken now is supporting the Songbird airdrop, and that was just released on their Kraken blog post yesterday. We're thrilled to announce that we will be supporting the Songbird token airdrop for XRP hodlers. So there were some questions about this when that occurred back a few months ago. Am I gonna get my Songbird tokens if I did custody on one of these exchanges? And some of them did come out on Twitter and say, look, we're just kind of building out the infrastructure. We need to do that first to do this safely. And so now Kraken is saying, yeah, we are supporting this. The airdrop snapshot of XRP balances was taken on December 12th. And clients' accounts, both spot and margin, that held XRP at the time, have now been credited with 0.1511 SGB for every XRP that was held on the platform. So guys, if you did custody on Kraken, you might want to look into this. Also, please note though that clients residing in Japan were not eligible for this airdrop. So I'm sure there are some stipulations there. Anyway, just thought I'd bring that update to you guys. If you are in fact using the Kraken platform, wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for posting that. And this has made big cryptocurrency news. I know NFTs have been all the rage over the last year or so. Well, this is breaking news for those of you guys using OpenSea. Massive OpenSea exploit in their new migration contract allows users to steal any NFT from any users. There has been over a $200 million loss already. So just to get into this a little further, if you guys want to know some details, Isotile just posted a thread explaining this. I'm going to go over it real quickly here. It's only 4 tweets. 28 days ago, the hacker uploads a new smart contract. He already knows well that his goal is to get as many signatures as possible. And here's a screen grab there just to that effect, just outlining where that occurred. Next tweet, he starts sending emails with phishing websites. They tell you to sign a message to log in, migrate to the new OpenSea smart contract. Instead, you are signing a private sale, 0 Ethereum of your NFTs to the hacker. So yeah, be wary of this, guys. Lots of scams going on, and this is how they're doing it, in this case for NFTs. Today, he excuses the smart contract function to steal the NFTs before their listing expires. He can do that because he has your signatures stored on his server. And so here, just the code demonstrating that. As a final note, always check what you are signing because one click does make a difference. You can revoke access to your NFTs from official Etherscan website, and here's the website here. All this is what we believe to have happened, but the investigation is still ongoing. So for those of you guys who have minted NFTs on OpenSea, you might want to look into this, and this is how this particular newish scam, I suppose, it is a fairly new way to scam people out of their NFTs. This is how it's happening. And so I guess if you have a good explanation of this, it might help you guys prevent getting scammed in the future if you have been scammed. Matt Hamilton here at Hammertoe on Twitter. He posted this, I guess, in light of the NFT hack. One of the great things about the upcoming XLS20 standard for NFTs on the XRP ledger, because we know that is coming, is that it is a native functionality. Like fungible tokens and the DEXR, it is not implemented via smart contracts. This means it considerably reduces the attack surface of NFTs. So guys, another example of how the XRPL is going to be beneficial, especially if this NFT thing catches on, which, it does sound like it is going to, maybe not in its current form. The art stuff is kind of fun and all, but we also have to think, where are NFTs going to really have a purpose? And I was talking to a friend about this yesterday in the metaverse. Once this metaverse is being built out, once people decide to spend more time in the metaverse, NFTs, I think, are going to have a lot more value. And so, the risk of getting scammed, I think that is going to be of more of a concern. So just be careful, guys. Obviously, the XLS20 standard for NFTs is going to be built out on the XRP ledger. So we're all looking forward to that. So thanks so much to Matt for your input on that, and also Isotile for that explanation about this massive OpenSea exploit. I'm sure at least some of you guys were wondering about that. But back to the market for a second. I mean, XRP doing fairly well. BTC, not really holding its ground, at least not today it isn't. But are we going to see a change fairly soon? So BTC Fuel posted this, and I'm going to go over this, guys, looking at kind of the bigger picture with regards to what is going on sociopolitically in the world. Soon the pandemic will be called over. This is coming from BTC Fuel. It's going to be epic. He retweeted out a tweet that he posted on January the 21st. You have to understand that once the pandemic is called over, the media won't have anything to write about but Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. There will be a huge end of pandemic relief rally in 2022. I see this happening right now in my country. So he also retweeted this out from January 27th. He says he's seeing it now. Media attention is continuously increasing for Bitcoin and crypto. Every week, more and more articles. The end of the pandemic will create a void in media reporting. They will fill it with reporting about crypto. And so just showing us the phases over time and valuation for cryptocurrency. The smart money gets in, obviously, in the stealth phase, and then institutional money gets in under the awareness phase. Media attention is really what does set up the FOMO. We did see that in 2017. Of course, there was no pandemic at that time, but we did see media attention really kind of bring Bitcoin up to a new level. Similar to what we saw back last spring in April, only it was even bigger. You know, it felt a lot bigger than it did last spring. I felt like last spring was kind of that first pump before that final blast off. So the media attention, I tend to agree with this. That is really what's going to take cryptocurrency to new heights. Also, with regards to Canadian politics, I don't know if you guys have been following what is happening in Ottawa amidst the Canadian government saying that they are going to have authority to seize bank accounts, and not only that, guys, cryptocurrency wallet addresses that supported the protests. And so, you know, Jesse Powell just said the other day, and I posted this in the video, we can't help you, basically. Always keep your cryptocurrency in a cold storage solution, like a Ledger Nano S. I do have an affiliate link in the description if you guys still want to get one. You don't have to use my affiliate link, though. I'm just saying it is there for ease of use. But Jan Woostenfeld posted this. So the Canadian Purpose Bitcoin Spot ETF just saw one of the biggest inflows ever on Friday. Now, this is not Bitcoin specifically. This is the Spot ETF, adding almost 1.2 thousand Bitcoin in one day, only surpassed by inflows on one of its first days trading on February the 22nd, 2021. AUM is now at an all-time high with 32.26 thousand Bitcoin. And guys, this is happening in Canada specifically. Even though it is not Bitcoin, it is investors realizing, hey, wait, maybe I should put some money into a spot ETF to track Bitcoin price, to maybe put a hedge against what could happen if more tyrannical measures are put in place. Linda P. Jones also posting this with regards to XRP. So we also have to put XRP in the picture. We have seen incriminating evidence against the SEC this week. 39 million XRP was moved to Coinbase, and whales are buying 10 million XRP at the second fastest rate ever. And I did a video about this last week, guys. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. SBI's stock price also jumped 3.7% on Friday, and we know SBI Holdings has a large stake in Ripple. They own 10% of Ripple and will benefit from an IPO. It is possible we may see price move up before we hear Ripple is victorious in the lawsuit. Now the price is under $1, and I don't know how long it will remain under $1. It would be wise, as always, to increase security, removing from exchanges, and move your XRP into a Sum wallet or something similar, Decent or a Ledger Nano, like I mentioned, for safekeeping. Everything is forming to create what is looking like a perfect storm. XRP forming, on the hourly at least, despite the fact that we did see it decline again, creating one of these bullish candlesticks. And I mean, it's only a matter of time before a new financial system is put in place by the powers that be. So, to that point, I also saw this guy's Culture War resource here on Twitter. Must watch. This is a Joe Rogan interview, and this guy here, Majid Nawaz, he explains how the World Economic Forum is infiltrating governments around the world. Freedom Lover just pointing this out. Now, somebody created this JPEG image, but I'm going to get into this a little deeper. There's a reason all national leaders sound the same. They are all graduates of Schwab's indoctrination camp for young globalist leaders, of course, including Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. And a lot of these leaders are leaders of the Western world. So how deep does this go? I wanted to just do a little case study here, guys, with regards to Canadian politics. I don't want to make this all about Canadian politics, but I do want to show you how deep this does go, likely in other countries around the world. So if you guys are not familiar, Canadian politics consist of about 6 parties. 3 of these parties are the major parties. I would consider them the Liberals, the NDP, and the Conservative Party. And so we know Justin Trudeau. I've showed this on the channel before. We know Justin Trudeau, part of the World Economic Forum. He is the Prime Minister of Canada. He is the one right now under a lot of pressure, under the microscope, for enacting the Emergencies Act against peaceful protesters. So there's him. Under the same section, World Economic Forum People section, we also have Chrystia Freeland. Now, she is Deputy Minister and Minister of Finance for the Prime Minister of Canada. So she is the Minister of Finance, guys, and the Deputy Prime Minister. So if anything were to happen to Justin Trudeau, she is the one who steps in. Now, these guys are both from the Liberal Party of Canada, but there are other parties, right? Major parties too, like the Conservatives, the NDPs. Well, Jagmeet Singh, he is the leader of Canada's New Democrats Party, the NDP party, and he is also part of the World Economic Forum's Young Leaders Program. Okay, so we've got two parties there. What about the Conservative Party? And this is what I mean, guys. It does go deep. The World Economic Forum Young Leaders Program, also a graduate, Michelle Rempel-Garner, who is of the Conservative Party, and, she talks a mean game. But at the end of the day, do we really believe any of these politicians, considering how deep these connections go? Now, this is just for Canada. I have not done this for other countries around the world, of course. There is a lot of research to do here. The one thing I do find a little concerning is that the Conservative Party, the one that has the best chance to defeat Justin Trudeau, also seems to be in bed with the World Economic Forum. And they're currently looking for a new leader. And here's one of the guys who stands a pretty good chance, Mr. Pierre Poilievre. He says he is running for Prime Minister of Canada. Now, to give you guys a bit of background, Pierre Poilievre has been very vocal against the Great Reset. So that is good. That is a good sign. He's also been very critical of Justin Trudeau and his tyrannical policies. So, it all sounds good on the surface. However, somebody brought this to my attention, guys. When you go to the Wayback Machine, weforum.org/people/Pierre-Poilievre, there is a result here from 2021. Click on that, and you can find right here that Pierre Poilievre was also on the World Economic Forum's website way back last year in April of 2021. Now, he is not on the website now, and so that just makes me wonder, is he really against them, or are they just hiding something for him to get into office to lead the Conservative Party? Things that make you go, Oh yeah, and not only that, I saw this from Great Reset Info here on Twitter. The speaker is asked, this is in Canadian Parliament, the speaker is asked what Canadian politicians are on board with the World Economic Forum's agenda, due to Schwab claiming the World Economic Forum has penetrated Western governments. And listen to what happens.
Colleague speech. I had a constituent that wanted me to ask a question about outside interference to our democracy. Klaus Schwab is the head of the World Economic Forum, and he bragged how his subversive WEF, World Economic Forum, has quoted infiltrated governments around the world. He said that his organization had penetrated more than half of Canada's cabinet. And I was wondering, in the interest of transparency, could the member please name which cabinet ministers are on board with the WEF's agenda? My concern is the deputy.
Order. I know that the member was in a really good question there, but the audio is really bad, and the video is really bad as well. And I apologize. I don't know if the member. Okay, let's.
He gets nervous and just dismisses the question by claiming the audio is not working. Other things that make you go, So how deep does this go, guys? How many governments have been captured? How much influence does the World Economic Forum's agenda going to have on the rest of the world? Now, somebody in the comment section yesterday just posted, well, they're just a think tank. They don't have as much influence as you say they do. Well, I seriously beg to differ, considering how many connections we have seen to the World Economic Forum, including just yesterday, I mentioned the Coinbase connection. And if you guys didn't see that video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. We do know there is a Ripple connection as well. And we also must know that this plan has been in the works for a while, that a new financial framework has been needed, and Klaus Schwab needs to get all these governments on board to implement his master plan, the Great Reset. Here's just a clip of Chris Larsen. This was back from 2014, pretty confident that even at that time, they didn't have many banks, but pretty confident that they would get on board.
Task, I think, is to just, again, the technology is radical. the way we embrace the existing banks needs to be like the opposite of that. It needs to be very, very neutral, calm, infrastructure. Whether they know, I'm talking about the banks, that this is the disruption that's coming, they all know something's coming.
Whether they know the disruption is coming or not, well, they know something is coming way back in 2014 at this Bitcoin 2014 conference. So I don't know, guys, how many of these countries were already on board way back in 2014? How many of these central banks were already planning to run on Ripple? We know that Ripple has connected with many central banks globally, these partnerships dating way back to 2014, 2015, 2016. Over the 3.5 years that I've done this channel, I've showed much evidence to support that fact. Anyway, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.